Hi everyone, I'm Pritman, and the project I'll be embarking on is the use of iPads to increase students' engagement in the learning of mathematics. Right, this is a brief outline of what I'll be presenting today. Now, this is a brief background on what's happening in my school. We introduced one-to-one computing in 2011 with the use of Windows Slates. However, these devices became very slow and outdated very quickly, and there were many maintenance issues. So the biggest problem at that time uh, that's hindering teaching and learning was that when teachers wanted to conduct lessons on the slates, many students do not have their slates with them, and resulted in there's a need to share devices within students. So in 2013, iPads were introduced to replace the slates. The new iPads were lighter and students had a better experience, not only the students but also the teachers as well. As such, it was easier for us to implement uh, tasks and activities using the iPads. We see very interesting activities conducted by other subjects teachers, such as English, literature, art, and other humanities subjects. However, for mathematics, the use remains pretty basic, and in studies, ETA in 2013 also mentioned that teachers found it more challenging to use iPads in interesting ways when teaching mathematics, in contrast to their use in other subjects. So some of the problems that mathematics teachers face in our school is a low interest level in the learning of mathematics, and students don't see the relevance to real world. And for the teaching of mathematics, it's still mainly through the traditional methods of notes and work examples. We do try to make effort in coming up with activities to teach mathematical concepts in a more interesting ways through mathematical modeling and project work. However, this often comes at the expense of curriculum time. So towards the end of the term, we usually have to rush through certain topics. Otherwise, we'll have issues completing. And another issue that we face in teaching certain topics is the lack of teaching aids. Now, these are some research that supports the use of iPad as a teaching tool. Murray and Osis in 2011 said that with the use of iPad, we'll be able to do things in educational settings that we could not do otherwise without the device, which means that we do not need to travel out far, and yet we could conduct certain activities. In 2011, Lee and Paul also mentioned that there is immense impact on learning if students are empowered to use technology as their cognitive companion. Now, this is the SEMA model. It's the framework that guides teachers with regard to the integration of technology in education. Basically, it's split into 4 different levels. At the most basic level, it's about using technology as a direct tool substitute with no functional change. Then followed by the augmentation. It is also a direct tool substitute, but there is functional improvement with the use of technology. Now, we are aiming to use technology at a higher level, which is at the modification and redefinition level, which allows the creation of new tasks that is previously inconceivable. And the tool that I'll be using is the iPad, and currently in the market, this is what we can do with the iPads with regard to mathematics education. I have tried to group these tools according to the SEMA model. At the substitution level, for example, physical textbooks can be replaced by digital textbooks, and students do not need to carry all the various textbooks to school, or even teachers can select certain chapters in the textbook that is relevant or they prefer, and get the students to download that section of the textbook. Notes is digital as well, and they can annotate and do highlighting, note-taking on their iPads. Mathematical tools can replace physical tools, such as the projector. At the higher level, if we were to get them to draw graph, it would probably take them some time. But if we want to get them to do an exploratory activity, we can use Desmo app to show the various graph and the various type of graph as well. Now at a higher level, we could use iTunes U or Khan Academy to do like flipped classrooms, and we can free up more time to do more in-depth discussion in class. At the highest level of redefinition, maybe you could get students to use the Show Me app to explain certain concepts that can be shared amongst the class. This will show whether they understood the topic or the concepts that we have taught. So for this project, I'll be choosing two classes with similar standard and pace in learning. I will create an iTunes U course, and the topics that I'll be choosing is trigonometry. Okay, this topic will probably take around 3 weeks to complete. One class will be taught using the iTunes U course and the iPads, together with various apps that will help in the improvement of the learning of trigonometry. And the other class will be using traditional methods of physical notes and work examples. So at the end of the 3 weeks, we will do a post-topic survey to gather information on interest level as well as their thoughts and about learning through the iPads. We could probably also do a post-topic quiz for both classes to assess the achievement level. That should hopefully can tell us some information on whether increased interest level does actually increase achievement level. So this is my references. Thank you.